All right, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
It is Thursday.
It is.
There. Today, warning about self-confidence. James chapter 4, starting at verse 13. Look here, you who say, today or tomorrow we're going to a certain town and we'll stay there a year. We will do business there and make a profit. How do you know what your life will be like tomorrow? Your life is like the morning fog. It is here a little while, then it's gone. What you ought to say is, if the Lord wants us to, we will live and do this or that. Otherwise, you are boasting about your own plans, and all such boasting is evil. Remember, it is sin to know what you ought to do and then not do it. Now, a commentary. It is good to have goals, but goals can disappoint us if we leave God out of them. There is no point in making plans as though God does not exist, because the future is in his hands. The beginning of good plan is to ask, what would I like to be doing 10 years from now, 1 year from now, tomorrow? How will I react if God steps in and rearranges my plans? We can plan ahead, but we must hold on to our plans loosely. If we put God's desires at the center of our planning, he will never disappoint us. Life is too short no matter how many years we live. Don't be deceived into thinking that you have lots of remaining time to live for Christ, to enjoy your loved ones, or to do what you know you should. Live for God today. Then, no matter when your life ends, you will have fulfilled God's plan for you. We tend to think that doing wrong is sin, but James tells us that sin also is not doing right. These two kinds of sin are sometimes called sins of commission and sins of omission. It is a sin to lie. It can also be a sin to know the truth and not tell it. It is a sin to speak evil of someone. It is also a sin to avoid that person when you know your friendship is needed. You should be willing to help as the Holy Spirit guides you. If God has directed you to a kind act, to render a service, or to restore a friendship, do it. You will experience a renewed and refreshed vitality in your Christian faith. Well, just speaking of time, Beth and I were just talking about that yesterday. We were looking at a coin, and a coin said 2001. 2001. That was just yesterday, wasn't it? No, that was 24 years ago. Yeah. It's just ever since 2000, time is just, it's 25 years gone, just like that. It's so, your life is just a vapor, and so all of us have many more years behind us than we do in front of us.
And we need to keep that in mind, because we're not guaranteed tomorrow. And if
we're
feel
not.
God leading us to do something, we don't need to hesitate on it. We need to do it.
It's really no time to say, well, I can do this or that or the other thing later or whatever. But if the Holy Spirit is pushing you to do something, you should probably just do it.
We often focus on what we do wrong. We don't often focus on what we didn't do. That we know we should have.
You walk by somebody, and then after a while you think about it, I really should have just done this or that or whatever, but and the sin that we're talking about isn't a sin of that condemns you. Christ has already forgiven you for all of that. What he's trying to do is, try to allow yourself to be led by the Holy Spirit, to not be caught up in these traps of not doing anything for somebody, thinking that, well, okay, I'm good. I don't have to do anything more. I can just live selfishly for the rest of my life. That's really not the case. We need to, we've given ourselves to Christ, and we should allow his Holy Spirit to move us in such a way that pleases him.
Right.
And not just pleases ourselves. And we get our own pleasure from it, just from helping somebody. It helps us.
Oh, usually whenever you go out to be the blessing, you're the one blessed instead. And that's just the way it works. But don't do it with that anticipation. Because I think that's part of the reason that we get blessed, is because we don't expect nothing in return.
Okay, I guess we gotta go see what our big dog is barking at. So I hope everybody has a
yelling at the front yard for something.
We'll have hope you have a glorious day, and we'll talk to you later.